So our next speaker is Rosie Rodriguez. Now, what's so cool about Rosie? I've only known her a few years, but Rosie's owned mortgage companies, title companies, real estate franchises, Keller Williams. She has done it all. She became an orphan at 14, and if her parents were around today, Rosie, you would make them cry. They'd be so proud of you. And you are a leader of leaders. I'm proud to call you my friend, and I cannot wait to hear you share. Help me welcome to this virtual stage, Miss Rosie Rodriguez from Southern California.
Hey everybody, hey Brent. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. Talking about leadership and scaling up. One of the first things that came to mind when we said that, and we talked about it, was how is it that some of these incredible people that I get to work with, how am I able to come in any kind of position of leadership or influence over them? And I think that the number one thing that is essential from a leader is that you have to have a desire to serve. You have to have a desire to contribute to the individuals that you're wanting to influence. It has to be from a very genuine and authentic place where you're looking at the things that they're working on, their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations, and you're more excited about what is possible than maybe even they are, because you see them bigger, you see the potential. You're looking at the future of what they're going to create, or what you guys are going to create together. And so I think the number one thing is you got to want to serve, and then the number two is that you got to be their biggest fan. And I say that because I've had some really amazing people that I feel have been part of my career growth, and one of the things that stands out is that amazing feeling of knowing that someone is, diehard committed to seeing you succeed. And it's not often that people like that come along into your life. And when they do, you remember them. You remember who they are. You remember the contribution that they made to your life. And so as a leader, you've got to want to be there, and you've got to want to serve, and then you've got to be their biggest fan. I mean, I will tell you some of the amazing people that I get to work with. You've got your David Golden, you've got Leo Robles, he's on the panel too, and Mike Bjorkman, just these amazing individuals that I have the opportunity of working with. And I'll tell you that, when I see them, I have like little stars in my eyes, because I think they're so incredibly talented and amazing in their own strengths and in their own way. But I think that they know that I come from a very authentic place with them, that when we talk and we laugh and we plan and we strategize and we brainstorm, that all of this is coming from a place of like, wow, for me, wow, this person is so incredible. They're so amazing. And it's about having a conversation about those strengths. It's about them. I have this question. Rosie, how do you manage to work with some of these powerful fellas? And I said, it's because I am their biggest fan. And it is not about me winning. It's about how they're going to win. I'm not pulling that wagon. I'm not, trying to like get them to do what I want them to do because I'm going to win. I'm behind them, and I'm encouraging them, and I'm supporting them, and I'm like, where are you going? And like, boom, it's just it's a contribution. It's an energy. And that's something else. When you're leading someone from a place of self-enrichment, that's only going to work for so long. Either as long as they're getting that healthy paycheck from you, and that next opportunity doesn't come along, or the relationship will sever at some point, because it's coming from a place of self-enrichment. You can't lead someone from that standpoint, because you have no influence over them, because it comes through. It's not authentic. It's about, what are you going to do for me? The twist in that, the change in that is, now you're pulling. Can you get this out? Can you do this? Can you do that? It's not a flow energy. It's not a moving forward. It's not, you're not on rocket fuel. Now, when you're talking to someone about, hey, what are we going to do here that you're working on? What is it that you're aspiring to? And then let's move in that direction. And again, you're encouraging and you're supporting. That's rocket fuel. And the reason is because now you've got a combined energy, powerful energy that's moving, the whole team forward. So yeah, I mean, that's what I can say. And then about scaling up, one is just, I don't like to do things twice. So every time I look at something, I'm thinking, okay, how did I manage to do this? And then how can I systemize this so that everybody can benefit from this system and they can implement it, when they grow. And that's what you got to know, that when you want to lead someone, you have to want them to grow. You can't be afraid of training them up. You can't be afraid of sharing your secrets. You can't be afraid of, they're gonna learn more. They're gonna know more, because that's not gonna help you move forward. If there's a bottleneck in your organization, it's probably because sometimes it's because maybe that department or that individual has kind of reached capacity. So then you as a leader, it's up to you to recognize that and say, okay, how can I help move this person, help them, help elevate them so that they can kind of delegate, and so your whole organization can move forward. And so think about things that you do and how you can duplicate yourself. And then as you're looking at your organization, look at the departments and look at the functions and try to isolate like the systems or the processes that are necessary to accomplish those goals, and then help people move from that position into a higher position of leadership. And this is how you grow from the bottom up. So I hope that was helpful. Thank you again. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And, I admire you and I support you. And thank you for being a leader in my life.
Rosie, loved it. That's, your name says it all. You put a smile on everyone's face. Beautiful information. Thank you for making such a difference. Great, solid information.